Have you ever been to Wallaceburg before?
I know my Chatham gigs pretty well, but Wallaceburg specifically, not done before. Looking forward to it.
We have a huge festival going on called WAMBO, and you are really the buzz around town because we have grown up and have loved everything you've been doing. And wow, do you wear a lot of hats. Not only former frontman of the Barenaked Ladies, but you have the trio, and we'll definitely talk about all you guys in a second, but you've got the TransCanada Highway Men, and you've got a show coming up with them in Toronto, August 20th, right?
Yeah, we're playing at the CNE band show, which is pretty cool, because obviously growing up in Scarborough, going to the CNE was always my childhood highlight of the summer. So to actually go and play at the CNE is pretty awesome. And the band show, I remember seeing like Peter Gabriel there in 1983. So to be able to, play there with my pals was pretty cool.
And speaking of your music favorites, there's been a lot of requests that people that I've talked to that I told I was interviewing you, they were like, oh, please ask him to play Brian Wilson. It's requested like crazy. Were you only 19 when you penned that song?
Yeah, it was either 19 or 20. I think I was 19 when I wrote that. Yeah, it's kind of it's being an old man now, looking back and going, how did I know that? Like, there's certainly parts of it where it's parts of that song where I look back and it feels like, I think everybody knows what it's like when they look back at their teenage diaries or their teenage poetry. And they cringe a little bit. I don't cringe anymore, but I might have cringed earlier. Now I look at that kid with a fair amount of fondness and admiration.
And Brian Wilson actually covered that song.
He did, yeah. Well, we were making a record in Los Angeles in 2000 with Don Was the producer. And one day he said, hey, guys, I've got a surprise for you. If you go into Studio One, I'll be right in a second. He brings in, we'll sit there, and then 5 minutes later he walks in with Brian Wilson, which is insane as it is. And then he goes, hey guys, I've got something to play for you. And he puts a CDR in the CD player, and it's him and his band singing our song, Brian Wilson, like just mind-blowing. And then I went to see him at what's now Budweiser Stage in Toronto. It was the Molson Amphitheater, like the next year, and they started the show with that song. Like, and there I was in the audience. I had no idea they were going to start, even play that song, and then they start the show with our Brian Wilson song. It was kind of, I don't know. I've never had anything quite so surreal and exciting.
How did you feel?
I think I felt like I was floating above my body. I didn't know, at that point, because all of the other musicians in Toronto were all there in the audience too, and everybody else turns and looks at me, and I didn't know at that point whether to wave or to crawl under my chair or what. But looking back, it was pretty just how do you ever bargain for something like that? Yeah,
oh, for sure. Well, we hope to hear that song, and I had to put it out there. So,
oh, you will. Don't worry. I'm not gonna. Oh yeah, we do lots of. I do a bunch of stuff for my solo records, but I do tons of Barenaked Ladies stuff too.
Awesome. And so the other two, Craig Northey and Kevin Fox, are joining you on stage. How did you guys get together?
Well, so Kevin Fox, I have known since 2000. I met him when he was on tour playing bass with Sarah Harmer, and Sarah was opening for us on our U.S. tour then. And I always just thought, Kevin brought the cello out for a few songs here and there, and I just thought he was such kind of a consummate musician, great singer, great player, multi-instrumentalist. So when I left Barenaked Ladies in 2009, he was actually the first person I called. I thought I would, because what I wanted to do at that point was play folk festivals. So I did folk festivals all across Canada. And I asked Kevin if he would join me as kind of my duo partner with that. And we've been playing together ever since. Craig Northey from The Odds, a lot of folks will know his band Odds. I've been friends with him since 1992 or 93. And we've written together, we've co-produced records together. I co-produced the last Odds record. He's co-produced a couple of my records, and he's kind of my best friend. And he's also in the TransCanada Highway Men with me. Mm-hmm. He won't be in Wallaceburg with me this weekend. He has another commitment with the Odds. So we have a special guest filling in for him for people, which is I think pretty exciting. Is Mo Berg from The Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh, cool.
Who's also in the TransCanada Highway Men, will be filling in for Craig. playing guitar with me, which is awesome. Like, just, the fact that Mo Berg, who's one of my heroes, one of my, can rock heroes, I grew up, listening to him. And honestly, like, if it wasn't for I'm an Adult Now, I don't think there would have been space for Barenaked Ladies on Much Music and on the radio and stuff. That kind of smart ass, funny, alternative kind of sound that they came up with, that they broke ground with, is what paved the way for us. So to have him learn my songs and play them on guitar is a huge thrill.
And you guys do that with the TransCanada Highway Men. There's Sloan, Barenaked Ladies, Odds, Pursuit of Happiness, and you take those songs from each of those bands and kind of make a mixtape of the 90s. Is that right?
That's exactly right. So we play each other's biggest hits, and we all swap instruments. So whatever, Mo will play drums on The Old Apartment, and then I'll play drums on The Other Man, or that kind of thing, where we all switch around, and it's really fun just being kind of each other's backing band. And then we do a bunch of classic Canadian covers as well. So things like the Guess Who and Lighthouse and April Wine and stuff as well.
Well, this is going to be really cool to have Mo as part of the trio. Have you guys done this before?
We have. He did a couple of gigs with us last year. Because that's the thing, in the summertime, it's the prime time for all of our bands to be out there gigging, and and Odds are really making a go of it the last couple of years, which is great. I'm excited for them, but it means sometimes if they say yes to a gig before I get an offer for a gig, then I've lost Craig.
Right.
So I think this might be the fourth show this summer that Mo is filling up for Craig on. So Craig better watch his step. There's no replacement for Craig.
Yeah, of course. It's going to be quite the party in downtown Wallaceburg. And Stephen, I want to thank you for taking the time with me to get us even more pumped up for tomorrow night.
Well, thank you. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm hoping I can just pull up and and pop the hood of my Toyota Corolla right in front of the stage.
Is that what you're bringing down with you?
I think I might bring the Toyota Corolla this time. Yeah.
You get all your gear in there?
I can squeeze a bunch of gear in, but I have to pick Mo up on the way. We'll see if Mo and his guitar will fit or not. Otherwise, I may have to rent a van or something. In which case, everybody wants to see the innards of the Chrysler Pacifica.
For sure. Well, thank you so much, Stephen. We'll see you tomorrow.
Excellent. Looking forward to it.